Why marketing? Why software engineering? Why videography or photography? You mentioned about being a software engineer, a photographer, videographer, and also run marketing for different small enterprises. So why marketing? Why software engineering? Why videography or photography?
Okay, so it all kind of plays together. There is a little story for the software part, right? I've always been really good with all the computers. So when I was a kid, I was, if there's something that's with your computer or with your phone back then, I would usually fix it very quickly. So that's when I've realized I had talent in like the technical field, right? So it was almost natural for me to come here and do software engineering. But well, it was computer science first, and then now I work in software, right? Now, with that being said, so when I was at Texas Tech, I transferred in 2019. And before even getting to Texas Tech, I was looking for a student job. I have applied to many different offices. And then there was one office that replied to me. So it was the graduate school.
Yeah.
And they needed a social media manager, right? So they asked me if I had experience in photography or in videography. Now, with that being said, in 2017, for just the summer 2017, I had one of my friends called Aubin. He had like cameras, he had drones, and he wanted to shoot some videos. So he just one day called me. He was like, "Hey, dude, do you have time?" Right? Well, it was like the summer. There was nothing to do. I was brand new in the United States, so I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then he told me, "Okay, this is the camera, this is the drone. Let's like shoot this and shoot that." So we did that over the summer, right? 2017, and I didn't touch a camera since then, right? So in 2019, they asked me if I had experience. I was like, "Yes, I do." They asked me for proof. I gave the video. And they just liked it. They were like, "Yeah, this sounds like a great video." So they hired me, right? So what I decided to do there is like, actually, I was just supposed to retweet things, look for articles and post them on our Facebook page, right? And then there was a time where there was an event called 3MT for graduate students. And then my boss asked me, "Hey, do you want to go shoot a video there?" I was like, "Yeah, bet," right? So they had like a GoPro and everything. So I went, and they also had cameras like this. So I went and I shot the video. Very interesting. I'll never forget this. Never forget. My first video, I had like a Rode mic that was on the camera, but then I forgot to turn it on. I didn't know. So I shot the entire event. The last interview, when I was interviewing the winner, I saw there was like a switch that was on the mic. I was like, "That's interesting." And I did this, and you clicked right? But it's when now you have to be creative. So this is what I did. The interview with the winner, right? All of what she said, because she was talking about the event, I've used it as background for like pretty much for the entire event. So even when other people were talking in like the highlight of the event, it was a winner that was talking. And it ended up being like a great video. But because of that, I never forget the sound. Never. My first video, I was scared, dude. Like, no video. There was no sound. Yeah.
I love the story. The story is pretty much interesting. And that's brings me back to this question to you. Are you alive or just existing?
I'm definitely alive. Me, I am alive. I don't know for other people, but I'm definitely alive.
How?
So, you see, just existing, this is how I see it. So I see it as you just go through the motions, right? You go to work, no ambition, you do your job.
Living a mundane life.
You play video games.
Yeah.
Playing video games is not bad, but if you don't look forward to something, if whenever you are at work, you look forward to being home, I don't see it as really living, right? If you have no hobbies, you have no passions, that's not, I am at work, I enjoy work, but then also I have other things like small businesses that I have to take care of, right? And I have passions, so I play pickleball. You guys should really start playing pickleball. You guys should start playing pickleball. Yeah, I think I played pickleball with people from your church. There was one day they came, so I kind of knew they were from the area and they were Congolese. So I would guess you actually go down. I would guess that. But like I have other hobbies, right? And yeah, so I have good, strong relationships with like lots of friends and that just makes life better than just, being in your tiny corner doing nothing.
Right. I think if you're just existing, like if you're going to work every single day, hoping for that one sliver of maybe a few days of freedom and the weekend, you're only just existing. You're not really enjoying yourself on a daily basis. So I did want to ask you a question on what sparks your creativity and on a daily basis. What is that? What would you say that is?
What sparks creativity? So usually a lot of creative things, first, they come with intuition, right? So you don't always be like, okay, I want to be creative today. Like, it is not how it works. There are times where you have hints and like glitches maybe that strike into your brain that you see something that other people don't see, right? But even in being creative, there's something that I always want to explain. You have to nail the basics first. You have to understand. You need to understand what the basics are, and then your creativity comes above the basics, right? So let's say if I have to be in the areas of like sports, soccer, let's say, so like people say like Messi is very creative, right? But the basis of knowing how to control the ball, right? How to put your foot in a certain way to give the pass, how to shoot, the techniques, he nails them. He knows them like by heart. And then once the basics are good, now there's the creative aspect of it that's kind of, comes with intuition, right? So you can't really control that.